Welcome back to our channel, San Luis Obispo Real Estate. This is Jay Bond Real Estate Group of eXp Realty. If you're tuning in for a beautiful single-family home in San Luis Obispo, California, you are in the right location. So behind me is our newest upcoming listing, 1989 Royal here in San Luis Obispo. Now this is a beautiful 3-bed, 2.5-bath home, just under 2,200 square feet and 9,800 square feet of land beneath our feet. Now this property is beautiful. As we see, single level living, pristine, summertime here in San Luis Obispo, and this neighborhood is absolutely phenomenal. So real quick, why don't we go inside, check out this property and see what it has to offer. All right, so here we are in the entryway at 1989 Royal here in San Luis Obispo. So real quick, if you like what you're seeing, make sure you hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button to stay tuned for more content being dropped by us regularly, and that bell to receive notifications. We appreciate you guys and your support. So this is a beautiful home behind me here. Let's go ahead and check out the 3 bedrooms, the 2.5 bathrooms, and then we'll make our way into the rest of the living space here in this beautiful home. So coming down the hall, as we see, right, actually nice wide hallway here as well. We've got a little bit of storage. It's gonna be coat closet. It's actually pretty darn deep, so you could actually just use it for just additional storage overall, right, which they've done. To my right, your left here, we have our powder room, and we have just a vanity and sink, a little bit of storage, commode, typically for guests, right? The guest bath off the main living area. And then in addition to that, we have the laundry room, all right? So utility sink, which is great, a little bit of added countertop space, which is always nice, and built-in uppers, right, if you will, some upper cabinets, and side yard access, which is awesome. Bedroom number 1, guest bedroom number 1, to be more specific, as we see here. Nice sized room here, right? So it stays very cool. It's a summertime day here in San Luis Obispo. It can get warm, and just the orientation of this bedroom in particular, it's nice and cool in here, right? There's no air running, anything like that. Now this bed here is a queen size bed. Could you fit a king in here? Yeah, I think that you could fit a king here as well. We have 1 nightstand, could be potentially 2, clearly a dresser, right? So some room for some mid-sized, decent sized pieces of furniture in here, right? Which is awesome, awesome, awesome. Making our way down yonder, we have guest bath number 2, right? So full bath here. Shower, tub, dual vanities, commode, skylight, right? A lot of natural light pouring through during the daytime in this guest bathroom. And then right across the hall is guest bedroom number 2, as we see. Now currently being used as a craft room, which it could very well continue to be used as such, if not a really nice sized guest bedroom. You also have patio access to the backyard there, which is really, really cool. Nice plus for this bedroom. Closet space, so decent sized room overall for crafts, for living, sleeping, right? Linen storage right here. Some nice built-ins inside. Our master bedroom. All right, so this is a very decent sized room. As we see, king size bed, large bed frame, armoire, nightstands, large dresser. So a lot of really big pieces of furniture in this room, right? So this is a very sizable master bedroom. Nice amount of windows, typically all the way around, right? Got some natural light coming in. And then of course, patio access as well from the bedroom, right? You want to wake up, grab a cup of coffee on the patio, soak in some sun, maybe catch some deer, some other wildlife meandering about, right? I like it. I like it. And then of course, master bath. So ensuite bath, dual vanities, walk-in closet, commode, high ceilings in here as well, right? A lot of uniformity with that throughout the home. I'll try to get out of frame for everybody. Right? But nice sized master bath. All right. So real quick, gang, as always, we appreciate you. We appreciate you tuning in. We appreciate your support. If you'd like what you're seeing, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button to stay tuned for more content that we are dropping regularly, and that bell to receive notifications. We appreciate you. So let's go inside. Let's go be on the other side of the house now. Let's check out the kitchen, the living room, and then we'll check out this beautiful backyard space. All right, now as we see here, we are in our living room. And this again is a very sizable living room. You got nice high ceilings, beautiful fireplace, which is really just posing as the centerpiece for this living room, which is nice. An array of sofas, recliners. You could even fit some sectionals in here if you wanted to orient the furniture a little differently. So there's a lot of room to play in here, which is cool. High ceilings. Again, high ceilings throughout this home was a big trend, right, that we've been seeing, which is a plus. A big plus, a beautiful space. Directly behind you, you have kind of a breakfast table, a little nook area there. Just something, informal as I would describe it, but a great sitting area. And what's amazing is that we have a separate formal dining space, as we see here, right? So this again is a very modest table. You could fit a much longer or deeper table in this space here. This is where you're hosting your Thanksgiving, your Christmas dinners, whatever it may be, entertaining guests, right? This is your space for that formal dining element, and a good amount of space in here, right? This is a big hutch here. Again, you could be fitting a much larger table in this space. And then of course, we're gonna section around our kitchen. All right, got a nice island right here in the center, right, cutting board on top, which is nice. Some nice improvements that have been done in the last handful of years. Stainless steel appliances, plenty of cabinet space, and lots of countertop space, which is a plus, especially if you like to cook, you like to host, as I do. A lot of folks know that. We want counter space, right? A little bit of workbench area here. This is a common theme that you would typically see in homes of this era, where you've got what was a phone station or phone book station, could be a little work or desk area, right? Checking your mail, sitting down, being thorough on top of being functional in your kitchen, right? So beautiful living space. Let's check out the backyard before we wrap up our tour here at 1989 Royal in San Luis Obispo. All right, so here we are in the backyard of 1989 Royal here in San Luis Obispo. So right behind me here, right, is a little patio area just off of the dining room, which we had discussed previously, and the little side yard access, which of course leads you out to the front yard and the street right there. But more importantly, let's touch base on the nature around us here, right? This beautiful backyard, as we see a lot of sunlight pouring down right here, birds of paradise. I mean, just a really beautiful scene you have going on in this backyard, but very private. I don't know if you guys can hear it aside from my loud mouth yakking on and off. All I hear is birds chirping. I hear wind chimes. This is really what I want to experience when I'm going in my backyard. But as you see, nice covered patio area here, plenty of seating, fire pit behind me. So there's just a lot of opportunity of what could be done with this space, entertaining, relaxing, or otherwise. Now, San Luis Obispo, especially in this location, there is a fair amount of wildlife that may meander around here. Foxes, deer, a lot of animals of sort. I don't think any predators per se to be super concerned about. But all the animals that you would like to see when you're drinking coffee in the morning are typically maybe gonna be moseying on through here in this yard. But as we see, very private. This is a very private backyard, a lot of tree line right behind us, but this is just an amazing place to hang out. So gang, this house is gonna be listed at 1.15, right? $1,150,000. Hitting the market later this week. Again, it's a 3-bed, 2.5 bath, just under 2,200 square feet, and sitting on a 9,800 square foot parcel. Really just central to everything here. Costco, shopping, Target, dining, Madonna Plaza, hiking trails, wine tasting. You're probably 10 minutes or so, if that, from the nearest beach in Avila Beach or even Pismo Beach, just a short distance away. So guys, amazing property. As always, if you have questions about real estate, consult with your real estate agent or broker. If not, give us a call. We're always happy to be a resource for you. You can visit bondreg.com, comment on this video. We appreciate you guys. Have a great day.